So in this next little snippet here, it's very brief, but what I want to show you is a quick and dirty way to take a screen capture, which you can then use to uh, put information into your homework documents, but it's also useful for any kind of document you're trying to make. You're often trying to just capture something off the screen. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways to easily do that. So now you're looking at an Excel spreadsheet, and I've got a nice little graph here that I want to put into a Word document. There are a number of different ways you can do this. They all have their pluses and minuses. The absolute easiest way is to do a Windows screen capture. And basically the idea is you just hit print screen on your keyboard, and that takes a picture of the entire screen. And if I come over to Windows, now it's taken that picture, it's put it on the clipboard, so I'm going to hit Control V, and you can see here that let me go ahead and move my windows around a little bit. So you can see there's an entire picture of my entire desktop, or the entire screen. And so then if you wanted just that graph, you could select the picture, come up here to Format, and I needed to make my toolbar a little bigger to get everything to show up, but here on Picture Tools, Format, Crop, you get these nice little things, and then you can just kind of chop it down, so on. Okay, so that's one way. Now we can go ahead and delete that. Another method is to use a free program called Print Screen, and it's by a company called Gadwin Systems, I think. So just Google that. This is one I've been using for years. It works pretty slick. So I've got it installed already. So I'm going to come here. Gadwin Systems, I was right. Print Screen. And so that launches it, and you can't really tell that it launched it. It just puts a little icon down in the tray, no big deal. But now I have it set. It's got different ways you can set it. I have mine set, so now when I hit Print Screen, instead of taking a picture of the entire desktop, it gives me this little zoom window. Make sure you can see that. And now I can select a rectangular area, hit Return, and now that's the picture I take, and it's on the clipboard. If I go Control V, you see that's actually a picture of that. And so if I wanted my graph, now I go Print Screen, select it, hit Return, come over to Windows, Control V, and there's my graph. So that also is another way, and this is very useful for getting things into a Word document. The final way I'm going to show you is simply to just select the graph, hit Control C, then come over to Windows and hit Control V to paste it. Now, here's the problem with doing that. You may or may not be able to notice, but the border here suggests this is actually kind of a linked chart, an active chart. Now that might be good for you, because theoretically you can open this document, double click on the chart, and actually edit it right in Excel. So it's always linked, and if it updates in Excel, it may or may not update here. I'm not sure. It's always given me trouble pasting things that way. I mean, it works fine. If it works for you, more power to you. But I would rather select it like I did, so it's still on the clipboard, and I come up here and go to Paste, Paste Special, and then I paste it as a JPEG. So see, it's just a picture now. So it's not editable, but it's just a regular old JPEG, which I understand, and which I can position however I want. While I'm on this topic, I'll show you one other thing. As far as pasting JPEGs into a Word, my preferred method is to set as the default the text wrapping to in front of text. Okay, and you can set this as a default. And so that means then that I can take whenever I paste and I can drag it anywhere and it'll stay there. Now, sometimes if you enter, see if you enter spaces, it'll just kind of move with the text. Every once in a while, you have some troubles where it'll cover up some text and you'll be able to figure out how. But for the most part, I think that's the best way to paste things into Word. And that's it. Thanks a lot.